Minnesota Vikings select Denzel Mims, receiver, Baylor. So we
Fast. He could be a deep threat.
We sent it over to Baylor AD, Kenny Berry. Kenny, how do you think he fits into Minnesota?
Deep threat, reliable second option behind Thielen. You can take the top off of defense so they don't lose that home run ability. Because I don't know who else they have outside of Thielen.
Nobody.
So, and Rudolph is old. Yeah, like they already have drafted tackles and are developing them. So, and they drafted some interior linemen and are developing them. And yeah, you can get Espinosa, but your defense isn't the problem. Your offense is. So you need to get a guy like that who's a difference maker and a game breaker. And you can't pass on him if he's there at 25. I was thinking he was going to last to 30 for the Packers, but I don't see it. And I don't think you go Jalen Raegor because he's smaller. And
so why Mims over Higgins? Why Mims over Higgins?
That was close too. I was originally had Higgins going to the Vikings at 25, but I think they just go with Mims at the last second. Higher field, higher option. But I don't think Higgins makes out of the first round.
All right, and now we move back to Miami.
My whole board is now messed up.
The Dolphins are now on the clock again. This is their third pick.
This is an easy one, though.
I think this one is pretty easy because, like you said, they already got their tackle. They already got their quarterback.
Just need another receiver. They got corners.
And with the 26th overall pick, the Miami Dolphins select Xavier McKinney, safety out of Alabama.
Boo! Fucking boo! It might be doo-doo. It is doo-doo. That is first off.
Listen up. Here's why.
He would have fell to the third round, bro.
The Dolphins lost
Rashad Jones. They cut him.
They also traded away Minkah Fitzpatrick. They need help at safety.
Who are their receivers? Name them.
They got Devontae Parker, but luckily this receiver class
is pretty decent.
Luckily this receiver class is still deep, and they pick again at 39 where they can be able to find somebody.
I like T. Higgins in Miami if he falls there. I like Jalen Raegor. I like Austin Jackson, to be honest.
My only issue with
double up attack
with them taking the receiver right here is what kind of receiver are you going to get? Are you going to get another big receiver like Higgins when you already have Devontae Parker? You need speed.
So Raegor.
Exactly, but
Kenny
I feel like
fast, though.
But I feel like you can get Raegor at 39.
But Kenny's not fast.
Or even the short guy out of Penn State. What's his name?
You go Espinosa?
Hiller?
Hamner? KJ Hamner?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I feel like they can get a speed receiver later. So we move over to Seattle. Pete Carroll's on the line with us. He's got the pick, 27th. And the Seahawks have multiple picks in the second round, so they're really in a situation where they can just take the best player available. Who is that?
You're not ready for what's about to happen next. Scroll down that best available for me. Just read off starting from 21.
There's quite a few. There you got corner Kristen Fulton. You got offensive tackle Josh Jones. You got Yetur Gross, edge. AJ Espinosa, edge. Trayvon Diggs, corner. Austin Jackson, the tackle. You got T. Higgins, receiver.
Jeff Gladley.
DeAndre Swift because Swift.
Why you skip over Jeff Gladley out of TCU?
Jeff Gladley, corner. Yeah, I'm sorry. He's actually
you skipped over that.
Yeah,
man.
my bad. That was disrespectful. Jalen Raegor, receiver. They have quite a few needs in terms of offensive tackle, edge, wide receiver. So, Coach, what's the pick?
Brown's old. But they keep drafting offensive linemen in the first round, and it's not working out. But I think they'll get a...
But Jones is the athlete for them. He's got the size, but yeah, you're right. He could be George Font or a Kung.
I think here's what the... Okung's not there anymore.
No, I know. He could be Okung, though.
I actually like Jackson there. But here's what I think is going to happen. They're going to scare everybody, and the Seahawks are going to draft T. Higgins.
Wow. Double up on the big receivers.
Yep. T. Higgins, mid-range to intermediate. You got your boy, Mr. 4.33 with no agility, but still really good. DK Metcalf is the true deep threat, number 1. And then you got Tyler Lockett killing him in the slot. What's more dominant than that?
Is that the official pick?
That's the official pick. T. Higgins out of Clemson if he falls.
All right, and now back to Baltimore. I think Baltimore is really frustrated because I think they really wanted Higgins at 28.
But they have a lot. And mind you, they do need a guard because Marshall Yonder retired. And they do need an edge rusher.
So
now, my personal mock draft, I have everyone surprised and going Josh Ush. I don't know how to say his last name out of Michigan.
Yeah, I don't draft people under 6'2" in the first round. Sorry.
At edge?
Yeah. Sorry.
Wow.
I discriminate.
That's mad discrimination.
So, with this pick.
And they don't say corner. They don't need a corner. They do need a receiver.
It's kind of in an awkward spot to get a receiver, though, because you can probably get one in the second round.
Yeah, but look at who they have.
So, with the 28th overall pick,
don't miss.
The Baltimore Ravens select AJ Epinesa, edge out of Iowa. Versatile defensive lineman, can play across the defensive line. He fits into what they like to do. Helps them replace Judah if they try to trade him. Lengthy, strong.
Not very fast or explosive, though. Why? Explain this pick to me when there are other guys on the board.
I'm not sold on Yetter. I don't even know how to say his name.
Grossmatzers.
And Uch, as I always said, already.
Raegor, Cesar Ruiz.
Yeah, again, I feel like you can get Cushenberry.
He was
you can get Cushenberry in the second round or Damian Lewis in the third, fourth. And there's plenty of starting caliber guards you can get in the middle rounds. Nick Harris, the kid out of Louisiana. There's quite a few guards you can get. You can adjust that need, but you're
not
talking
even
about
Terrell Lewis.
Epinesa is really like outside of Chase Young, he's pretty much the consensus number 2 edge rusher. So to get him at 28 is really highway robbery. So I don't see why you wouldn't take him right here.
I mean, Judon isn't the greatest athlete, so I get what you're saying. Like, they just need quality edge rushers.
They just need quality edge rushers, and they need people who are willing to play all over the scheme.
No, but I don't think they need him to do that. They just need him to rush the passer.
But eventually, yeah, that's what they do.
They run a lot of hybrid stuff.
That's what they do.
But
that's what they do.
He's a better functional athlete football player, so I'll give you that.
All right, now we move to Tennessee.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
The 29th overall pick.
Now, originally in my mock, I was going to go Chase Claypool as a surprise.
Wow.
Wide receiver / tight end.
Yeah, that's a reach.
But there's so many corners on the board and tackles. I think they go Austin Jackson, USC.
That's the pick.
Plug him in right at right tackle.
Wow.
Keep it plugging. Keep it pushing.
Even though
they could have went DeAndre Swift, they could have went Jalen Raegor. I know.
Even though there's questions about Jackson's, physicality and whether or not he can start right away.
No, he's physical. He's young. He has a skill set.
He still has to develop.
He is a future left tackle.
Developing. Yeah.
He's a future left tackle.
He projects more as a developmental left tackle than a starting right tackle right away. Honestly,
he's athletic enough to play guard though. He's proven he's flexible.
In my draft, I think I actually had them taking the other tackle, Isaiah Wilson.
He's really a right tackle.
He's a right tackle, or even the dude out of Auburn. What's his name?
Marlon Davidson. No, Prince. No, something.
Yeah. Or Lucas Ning, who's also a developmental right tackle.
Nah, I think you got to go.
But, I mean, in terms of talent and upside, I mean, Jackson has more than all those guys.
Yeah. And
for sure.
And he'll be coached properly. And he's not going to be an underwhelming USC team. Like, he's going to the Titans where it's tough. And he's
But
tough.
I just realized
Josh
Jones is still on the board. So
yeah, but that's because he's...
You could take...
He was great at the Senior Bowl, but he's going to need some refinement.
You could say the same thing that you said about Austin Jackson with Josh Jones, but with better footwork and more athleticism. So,
yeah,
but he does need more bulk. He needs to have more bulk than Jackson.
Here's the issue with the Packers, right? They could go Josh Jones, and he could end up just like Jason Spriggs.
But that was a first round pick.
They go, yeah, but he was a high second round pick. Or they go Cesar Ruiz. Or they go receiver. I think if he's there and there's a bunch of receivers gone, I think they just say screw it and go Jalen Raegor.
Yeah, because there's actually a shit ton of corners right now. Like, the 49ers are going to cash out right now.
Yeah.
Like, stupid.
Stupid cash out.
So, they also need a linebacker, but there's not really one.
There's a drop off after like the top 4 linebackers. Gaither's available, but he's not a first round pick.
And with the 30th overall pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select Ezra Cleveland.
What the fuck?
Offensive tackle, Boise State.
What is wrong? Was that like your Boise State plug? Fam, no, they need a receiver. He's playing right tackle. You know that, right?
Well, they do need receiver.
He's playing right tackle.
Well, they do need receiver. They can get that in the second round.
He's a great athlete, though.
But Cleveland is a great athlete. He's been mocked as high as 10 to the actual Browns.
That's nasty.
But ultimately, I think for Green Bay, they get somebody with a lot of starting experience. They get somebody who projects as a left tackle, but can also move to the right tackle spot. He can slide into guard, like the great Darren College. But yeah, I like this pick for them.
They do like their Boise State linemen.
They like their Boise State players, and I think it's a natural fit because ultimately
Bulaga's
gone, and you got to protect Aaron Rodgers regardless of who he's throwing to. They also need a tight end, so I could also see them trying to reach for one here.
Claypool, and just make Claypool the pick.
But
Claypool could be a tight end.
I feel like a lot of the tight ends are going to slide, especially if more and more receivers get taken. But yeah, so we moved to the 49ers, and after that we got the Chiefs. Both teams are defensive back needy, and boy, oh boy, there's a shit ton. Like, there's literally your pick. Like, whatever type of scheme you are, there's one on the board right now. Jonathan Taylor's also still on the board, quite a few notables on the board. Cesar Ruiz, a few receivers.
Who's the Niners pick earlier in the draft?
The Niners picked Kinlaw.
Okay, they got Kinlaw.
With the 13th pick. Do they go defense again? Or
no, they go offense. They go offense. They go Jalen Raegor. They don't wait anymore.
Wow.
Debo Samuels, Jalen Raegor. You got Bourne. I think they still have Marquise Goodwin.
Yeah.
But, like, they need a young nucleus because I guess they don't like Dante Pettis.
I don't even know why he's still on the team, honestly.
I don't either. But whatever. His brother went to Boise State.
All right.
32nd pick. Last of the first round now. After this, it's a speed round.
This is a hard one, man. Because, like I said, I'm shocked Gladney's still on the board. I'm shocked Josh Jones is still on the board. I'm
they
shocked
don't need tackles.
Kristen Fulton's still on the board. I'm shocked Jalen Johnson's on the board. I liked him to Seattle earlier, honestly. I thought he would have been the perfect Seattle corner. The Chiefs also have needs in the interior offensive linemen. So Ruiz is a fit.
Or they could go running
back. Maybe they reach Cushenberry. Maybe they take a flyer on Swift or Taylor.
Taylor's the fastest running back in the draft.
Terrell Lewis is a versatile guy who can help them kind of learn under Chris Jones for a year or two, and then who knows, take that spot over. So the Chiefs got a lot of options here.
Terrell Lewis is the edge.
They could really go anywhere, honestly. So
this is how it plays out, yeah.
But I think you got to go best player available. And so with that,